Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rainbow Dice Club.
We are an all-queer, narrative-driven actual play podcast.
Telling a collaborative story in a homebrew world using the basis of D&D 5e.
Emphasis on the homebrew.
An emphasis on the collaboration.
Absolutely, but before we get into that, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Ariana, my pronouns are she, her, and I play Alara Spinelspark, whose pronouns are also she, her.
My name is Dusty, my pronouns are she, they, and I play Ivy Nightbreeze Tinkerfey, whose pronouns are she, her.
My name is Wayra, my pronouns are she, they, and I play Varys, whose pronouns are he, they.
Now, you may be asking, where's the GM?
This is the collaboration part.
Indeed it is. See, because you've already met the GM.
It's all three of us.
Join us as we collaboratively weave this tale.
But let the dice inevitably decide our destiny.
To Talks Around the Teapot.
Cringe.
It will be just as creepy every time.
It's not even full of gin yet.
It feels like it's got something in it.
What is it? Is
I
there water
really
in
don't
it?
know. Yeah, from
It's
when
from
we...
yeah. Patrons.
Patreon.
Patreons.
Wow.
What the hell was that episode?
was a wild
What
episode.
was that episode? The way that, like, we didn't advance the plot at all.
No.
We didn't do anything towards finding our dads.
And now we're in a
all.
horse house.
But, like, that was the biggest, like, character episode ever, I think, in terms of, like, nothing else happened, but so much happened.
Yeah, I feel like we discovered a lot.
What
Yeah.
was that episode?
Lots of stuff is now out in the open.
Yeah. It is. That's
Everybody's
weird.
read my journal.
I haven't.
You've not.
Well,
You
I have.
You need
Rosalind
to.
hasn't.
Did you actually read it? Because you need to.
I skimmed through, looked for my name.
He was like, boring.
You
Couldn't
can
find
actually
a lot.
read it.
Yeah, you should probably read it, like, properly, just to know exactly what Agatha read. I've read it properly.
Oh.
Rosalind hasn't yet, though. Well,
That.
the ghost keeps reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Weird.
who the ghost is.
Francis.
Francis.
Is it a ghost or just someone that lives in the floorboards?
Maybe it's just someone from the Rat's Tail who just keeps coming in and, like, trying to...
It keeps leaving our reticules.
Yeah.
That's the creepy
That's
bit.
the
It's not
weird
just like
bit.
being left and opened. It's like
It's
coming out
Off of our
where it is,
person.
Yeah.
Without us realising.
Yeah.
I'm so
Don't-
glad it
don't
was
look at
still
me.
there when we went back with Richard to get the stuff, because for a minute I was really like, watch it be gone.
Yeah.
Because it was the first time I realised that we'd left the room and none of us had brought it with us.
Yeah, I
I
realised
was
that,
really aware of
like,
it
as
because
got
we just
there.
like fucking ran after you and then we ended up being out for hours.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But I'm glad it was fine.
Agatha had her first kiss.
Agatha!
What happened?
Oh my god, Agatha! Today Agatha did drugs, bought a whore, basically.
I thought she was going to murder him. I thought
Really?
I thought it was going to be like, I just want to get Madeline and I'm going to kill him. You had that kind of vibe to you. I was like, I see what's going to happen here.
Because Agatha was like, I don't have to be alone, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I know where she's going.
Yeah.
No, I thought something unhinged was about to happen. My head was like,
I mean, something
she's just going to
unhinged did happen.
murder a sex
I mean,
worker.
yeah, it was unhinged behaviour from everyone.
I slept in a bed with a random
With a man, very
Not
improper.
a random man.
Yes, a
He
random
says his
man
name
to
is
me.
Thomas.
You kissed him.
I did.
Well, he kissed you.
That's
But I
so
asked for it.
improper.
Was there tongue?
I don't know, you're
Such
the DM.
scandal.
And Rosalind
There was tongue.
is still living in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to explain to Rosalind what sex is very quickly.
She's about to learn.
She will find out. We now live in a horse house.
It's almost evening.
Rosalind's like, oh, it's such a nice house. She's so nice. Everyone's so nice. It's weird that everyone's just really improper, but it's so nice.
No, it was when Zachary was like, oh yeah, so we can probably find you some clothes. And you're like, no, and I was like, it's not the clothes you mean. It's not what you think.
I know, but Rosalind was just like, oh my god, new clothes. Oh my god, yes, I know, these are really unsuitable. Oh my god, get me something else, please.
Like, not taking in how they're dressed?
No, Rosalind is an idiot. We've established this.
We have.
Yeah, we established this when she told the owner where we were staying.
Look, I can't control her. Sometimes I'm begging her not to say things. She just says them. I can't help her. Like, she does what she wants, and she's stupid. Actually, she never does what she wants. But, like, she's stupid.
We had the little talk.
That was weird.
That was nice.
Yeah.
You
we
know,
had a little talk.
I know.
A little talk.
You had your talk when I was reading the journal and I could not take my eyes off the page. So
Do you have any idea what we said?
No, I don't. I have
so
no
funny.
clue what was said.
Nice.
I wasn't paying
Sort of,
attention.
nor do I. I sort of have the same thing again where we've said things and I can't now remember what I said in my head, what I said out
I
loud,
know
how
what we
much of
said.
it came out loud. Rosalind, I think, was in a state.
Talia was also in a state, but Talia was just in a state where, like, she just decided to tell everyone everything.
Yeah! Talia at the minute is really being like, fine, have it, why not?
Yeah.
But it was,
Talia gave her journal to Agatha and was like, you can have it then.
that was crazy.
That I didn't.
As
I
soon
really
as you
didn't think
opened it,
that
I was really like, oh, well, we can't go back. You can't undo that,
No.
Talia.
No.
Like, that is actually a big thing.
Yeah.
So
She
much
made a
drama.
mistake.
Yeah.
Well, I do remember you being like, yes, I don't know if that was actually the right thing to do.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know if that will make her feel better.
No, you're like trying to prove that you actually love me. And you give me a journal
Just what about someone else?
about someone else.
Do you even meant you do, but it's just like, oh yeah, Agatha and Agatha did this or something like that.
Yeah.
you know?
No, there's a nice bit at the end about
There's a bit
birthday
about my
presents.
birthday, yeah.
If you want to hear the full contents of the journal, subscribe as a patron and you can watch me reading it or watch me cry for an hour while I try to read it.
Yeah.
Should we start at the beginning? I feel like we've got a lot to cover and we're gonna... So we started...
I went back into the
you
cavern of
going
dead bodies.
back down
You
there.
did.
Looking for something.
Yeah,
And you said goodbye to the space.
I did. Said goodbye to whatever the creepy voice was.
Yeah,
Or maybe I said goodbye to the head.
we don't
Or
know.
maybe I just said goodbye to the room.
Who knows?
Yeah.
What else?
Then we got back, you two like snipped at each other and
Oh,
immediately
yeah.
ran away.
Yeah.
That was the first half. Oh, that feels so long ago. But now I'm looking back, I'm like, oh, that was the seeds of everything else that
Yeah.
then came out between you two.
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously. But yeah, it was just like, yeah, I don't think you should be drinking. That says you. And then you both just ran away.
Apparently all of Talia's, like, character arcs in every episode are just really pissing somebody off and then making up with them at the end.
Even I think though, because even though this episode wasn't really plot driven, when it comes to like our friendship, I think all three of us.
It's changed so much.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, this was definitely one of the biggest character episodes ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would say it is the biggest.
Yeah.
Like, for everyone, especially for Agatha, but, like, because of that, it's, like, tied to both of us as well.
Yeah.
And, like, especially for you two. But then that's then given me stuff. But, yeah, it's a lot. It was actually a lot. I also just think this was a really entertaining one. Like, I feel like for
Definitely.
viewers, like, this must have been so much fun.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you ran off and did drugs. You just did some
I
laudanum.
don't think Agatha thought it was drugs.
That's interesting.
Regardless.
Hello? I'm being attacked by a fly right now.
Regardless.
Shoot me.
You just
I
did
did them.
opium.
And I still got
You've
it.
got a bottle of
I got a
opium.
bottle
And
in
you've
my
got
pockets.
gin. You've got like a bottle of gin nearly full as well.
Which I feel has just been under your arm the entire time.
Yeah,
You've been
you
walking
took
around
it to
with
the
under your
whole
arm.
house.
Yeah, but
You
I
were
was
cuddling it while he cuddled you.
Yeah, you cuddled it, he cuddled you. And he moved his hand over to it and you were like, swatted away. No, mine.
That was, yeah.
in my head, because I didn't know if Agatha was actually going to go through with it.
Yeah.
Like, I kept on, like, jumping back and forth. And then I was like, you know what? She can have a kiss, and then we'll call it a day.
Yeah. That was a really sweet moment. The whole thing with Thomas was really, like, a lot to watch. Like, it was really
I hit
emotional.
him because he picked me up.
Yeah, you did. I love Agatha.
We found out that Agatha actually does want to find them,
Yeah, that's true.
which we have not been sure about for a very long time.
And yeah, I'm trying to think. You fucking arm wrestled sailors.
Yeah, I was going to start a fight. Well,
The minute you were like, look, are there any rowdy men around? I go up to. I was really like, Talia, what you doing,
she
babe?
needed an outlet. She had not had time on her own
I know.
in so long.
I know.
Just be thankful that it wasn't at night time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I just thought. It's funny. You were out there trying to do nighttime activities at 9 a.m. Like, yeah, where's the pub? Let's go drinking. I'm like, it's 9 a.m.
Yeah, both of you were kind of doing that.
Any troublemakers are
day's
firmly
work.
asleep.
Yeah, you did a day's manual labour.
For the first time in your life.
Yep,
Yeah, how was it?
Half a day's.
it was good.
Yeah, you lifted some crates, you made friends with Charles and,
I'm
and
strong.
James.
What, buff?
Yeah.
Yep, James with no teeth.
The dice rolls were so good.
That
for
was
that
no, because I knew going in. I was like, if like there was such a chance that I was gonna mess up, and it would just be really embarrassing. And then I didn't roll below a 20,
Yeah.
and I was like,
The dice really wanted Talia to embarrass some men. I enjoyed that.
I was just thinking what would have happened if you'd failed. I have some good ideas.
Yeah, I was scared.
yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, he tried to take Talia back to his room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
He thought that she was a whore.
I mean,
Well,
she's a
you were
woman.
acting like one.
Yeah.
I was not. I was offering to help move things.
Yeah,
I love
his
how
balls.
Talia really is just like does not understand conversation. Like
No.
the whole bit with you and him was really killing me because you were like, "Why would I be moving things in your room? I'm talking about crates. You're putting crates. I'm gonna move some crates." Like that was the whole conversation. Like you didn't like.
Did it
waver
sound
from-
like I was
It
joking?
was so good.
I'm like, yes, it did. Because you're a girl. Why would a girl lift crates?
They were all cheering for you at the end. You were
I
like
got
the
lifted
champion.
up. They were like, "Wait,
Do you lift, bro?
do you even lift, bro?"
Talia was like, yeah.
Can safely say nobody leveled up today.
No.
No. If I'd have gotten into a fight, would I?
Who knows?
If I'd slept with Thomas.
Yeah.
Maybe losing your virginity levels you up in this game.
I feel like it should. I feel like it
It's a big
should.
thing. Well, because that's like, that's a really you taking. If you had done it, I mean, even what you did, like just by going, like having an hour with him, being alone with him, having a kiss, like that was kind of a like, if that ever got out, like no one's gonna want to marry you.
Yeah.
Like that's your future sort of ruined. Like if we were in our normal society.
Yeah.
So like that is actually a big deal.
Yeah.
Slay.
Slay.
What else happened? So
You moved home.
we did.
Yeah.
Wait, we're going in order. So I
You
fought people. You passed out. You found Agatha passed out.
Yeah.
And the rat's tail.
Yeah, you did
Drugs.
drugs.
The journal had been opened again.
Yeah, the ghost is really fixated on the journal, which is weird.
And then we got back.
It
We
was all
went
very
back.
awkward and tense.
It was very awkward and tense. You tried to go off on your own. I was like, lol, no.
Yeah, Rosalind is really upset about that, by the way.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But also, you're not going out into the alleys of Ratcliffe on your own.
Yeah, Rosalind, I don't know. I feel like it's weird. Like, so much happened. Like, I kind of can't even think back to that bit of tension before it all kicked off because the kickoff sort of changed everything so much.
Definitely.
But, like, because, like, I was really upset. Like, I don't think as Rosalind I've ever been more angry at you two before. Like,
I
ever.
was so upset.
Like, I was hurt. I
Yeah.
was really hurt. Like, and then it just all sort of went away because suddenly it was, like, a much bigger thing. But I don't know if it actually went away or if Rosalind just did the, like, okay, let's put that away for later. But yeah, and then what started it? What started you tried to say and bring up that you kept writing. Like, you tried to start the conversation of Rosalind said this, like, that's not true, what's going on, bro? Mm-hmm. And you just didn't believe her.
No.
I wouldn't either. I'm like, oh yeah, I did. Like, okay, cool. Did you? Yeah, I promise. That's not exactly solid evidence. It's like, you just have to trust me. Like, yeah.
And then telling me, like, you can read the journal. And, like, it just says nothing about the letters in there.
Yeah.
That wasn't me being like, it says nice things about you in here. That was, you were mad that I had given Rosalind my journal, because obviously that means that I like and trust her more. So,
you were like,
look, I trust you as well, you can have it.
Oh.
Yeah, to me, like, Rosalind understood what that was. Rosalind didn't enjoy it.
I didn't enjoy it one bit, but I was like, look, I trust you just as much. It happened that in that moment, you were drunk, passed out. So I wasn't going to give it to you.
Yeah. And I also didn't realise until, like, Rosalind and me, like, hadn't realised until I pointed out that I had never clarified that I hadn't read it.
Yeah.
Because when we had that, like, really brief thing in the morning where I sort of, like, let it slip without realising, I was like, oh yeah, she gave it to me last night, like, to keep hold of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Agatha didn't know that I hadn't read it until then.
And then you went to fuck a whore.
Yeah, you were really like, I don't have to be alone.
I wasn't.
We ran around Ratcliffe for, like, hours.
Yeah, apparently it took me, like,
you.
2 hours to find...
Agatha knows Talia's thoughts and feelings.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How are you feeling about that? Because
And Madame Beatrice knows.
Can we talk about Madame Beatrice? Because I really just embarrassed myself on the internet. But
Fictional, invisible character.
I love her.
Awkward.
Yeah.
She knows. She knows.
Everyone
No, she
knows
knows, she
everything.
No,
Pretty much.
everyone knows everything about Talia. Nobody knows anything about anybody else. Nobody else is
true.
being open or honest about anything.
Oh,
And
it was
Talia
so
is just
funny.
here being like, here, have my hot and soul, everybody.
You were like, in our little conversation when you were like, oh, I like, but it actually feels kind of freeing to, like, be open and that I've given people this. And, like, my thoughts. Rosalind was like, yeah, okay, maybe for you. I was really like, okay, sounds fake, but okay.
The only person that's had my feelings is Thomas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Sweet, sweet, silent Thomas.
Agatha thinks she's in love.
Yeah, that really, like, kind of shook me, because I'm like, I knew that you liked Archibald, but I didn't know.
It was never said that it was Archibald.
I think it's Archibald.
It's Archibald.
It's Archibald.
But, like,
Well, if it's not Archibald, it's one of the fathers. So.
It's Gilbert.
I forgot that you said that they've disappeared.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never, like, but yeah, the word love, I was really like, oh, and it made me sad.
It's like, oh, it's not just like a little crush.
Yeah, it did make me sad. There was another use of the word love that really has sent Rosalind into the beyond, but that's not being thought about or discussed because lots of other things happened. So that's been put away, and we've all moved on. So yeah, that's great. Madame Beatrice, yeah.
I may have said some things.
You mean when Talia said that she
So
just
what?
loves her in a different way or whatever?
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you mean.
Rosalind has left the building.
Oh, and of course, your mother's dead.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, yeah, when that man was like, oh yeah, why don't you ask your mum? Me and Morne, when we looked at each other like, wrong thing, you said the wrong thing. We now live in a brothel.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
That was unexpected.
Yeah, I really didn't
Yeah.
think, because I knew that there would be a brothel coming into it, I think, but I definitely
didn't think it was episode 11.
I never would have thought we would have gone to a brothel in episode 11, 2, moved in, or 3, like, have gone to use the services of a prostitute. But when you went in the morning, I was really like, oh, there's a good chance Talia is about to fuck someone. I was really like, Talia's going to fuck a whore. And then Madame Beatrice was like, I have people. And you were like, nah. I don't think that's the thing. But until you said that, I really wasn't sure which way it would go.
Shame.
Lol.
I really discovered some of Talia's thoughts and feelings about things today, so that was fun.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
About what?
Several things.
Oh.
Things and things. Do you know how long I've been trying to get Talia to cut her hair for? And she's given the opportunity and suddenly she's attached to her hair.
That's really funny. I knew that was going to happen.
So that was... Oh, God, don't pass it on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, somebody really needs to tell Rosalind what sex is.
Yeah.
Because this is getting embarrassing for her.
There is
That
a-
the moment we got there and you were like, Rosalind, this is a place that I don't think you're going to vibe with. And I was like, I don't know what you mean. It's really nice. They've decorated it really nice.
Yeah,
You're like, Rosalind, get behind me.
There's a countdown right now above Rosalind's head, and it's set to about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
Is that when all the clients start coming? Rosalind, I will tell you, is genuinely very confused about what that place is. Like, genuinely have not got a clue.
You are about to find out.
Because she's like, it seems really nice, and everyone's been really nice. But Talia and somebody else was like, oh, it's not a place you go if you want to be proper. So I'm like, oh, it's somewhere you can go and break rules. But Rosalind doesn't know really how you do that or what you do or why.
So do I not pay my taxes here?
Well, this is the thing. When you started talking about, like, oh, you'd been alone with a man, I was like, oh, you can do that here? Is that why you come? But then I was like, and then you said that you had kissed. And Rosalind was like, oh, you can come here and do that? But, like, I don't know anything beyond that. Like, I don't know that there's more than kissing. So she's just like... don't really know. And I don't really know why everyone's like half naked. I kind of assumed that was just like, oh, you come here if you don't want to be proper, so you can just like break rules and like relax a bit. Yeah, a man said the word fuck quite loudly in front of me, and I didn't really know what that meant.
To your friend.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
And then asked if you wanted to.
Yeah, I just, Rosalind really didn't understand anything. And every time there was talk about like clients and like people coming, like she was really like, who? Like what? People just come and like hang out? They just like have drinks, play cards, like kiss each other.
Yep, all of
You're
those
getting
things.
there.
But she doesn't know the next thing. She was like, oh yeah, have some more suitable clothes, please.
I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
I can't believe Agatha was the one to start. When Agatha went and bought the services, I was really like, no,
You're like, that's Talia's
that's
thing.
my thing. Why are you stealing it?
You were offered whores and you were like, no.
I know. Well, she,
Very, very
her
close.
thoughts decided to think of other things.
Lols.
Things?
I was so close to Agatha having sex. Like, it was so
That's
close.
crazy.
I should have.
So Thomas just made the wrong moves. So it was just
Yeah, I probably should have like rolled to like so that. But oh well.
That's really interesting.
Well, no, I think it's a bit like, so, like, Thomas picked you up and you were like, no.
Yeah,
If he hadn't
that's
picked
true.
you up, maybe
You had that response,
so you
like, I
reacted
don't want
to-
that.
It was a natural reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah.
but he said he was quiet and shy.
Yeah,
he was a bit more
he was
quiet and
cute.
shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now you've learned more about what it is that you do like, so you can have a discussion with Madame Beatrice. And be like, I'm looking for someone
I think
more
you're
quiet
gonna fuck
and
one of the
more
men
shy.
before we leave the whorehouse. I would. I don't know if I put money on it.
I want to know what Madame Beatrice will take as payment that isn't
Us being whores.
us being whores.
You're going to find out next time we play.
I
Which is
feel like
so
she's gonna start giving us side quests. That's what I think that is. She's got jobs for us to do.
You might think that, but Rosalind has no idea.
Oh, Rosalind is just like, oh, we're just gonna work out the price of the room. Rosalind's stupid if you hadn't worked that out. She's also like really not okay. But it's just fine. It's just fine. We're in a nice house now. There's mirrors everywhere. It's fine.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Ceilings,
Yeah.
walls.
It was weird because I was looking for one for so long and then they were there and I was like, oh, I actually don't want to. Funny.
There was so much.
I just still feel like there's so much to like.
That really felt like a D&D game.
Yeah.
You know? Like all of our other ones have been like a role play game. But that really felt like, this is D&D. You've got drink, you've got drugs, you've got whores.
Wrestling, brothels.
Yeah, bit of a pissing contest.
Like character secrets coming out, character drama. And like, I think it's really interesting because it's so needed to reach like a boiling point with us as characters, because for so long we were like doing all this stuff together, but like, and to an extent I don't know how much we trust each other still. Like we're still not all being really open with each other, apart from Talia, who keeps being like, oh, here then. But like, you know,
I really had a moment where I thought we were about to break the game again. Like, when we all went off on our own, I was really like, there's a chance that none of us come back. Like, there's a chance that we don't all come back together.
Yeah. Like, there was really a point where Rosalind was going to give up on everything in this episode. Like, I don't want to say more, but like, I was really going to...
I've never been worried that, like...
I thought you were going to go off on a ship.
I thought I was going to go off on a ship. Like, that's what I mean. I thought I was going to go off... I thought that fucking Agatha was going to Agatha was going to go in that direction and was just going to go off the rails and just be drinking and on the laudanum all the time. Like... I've never thought to that extent. I always thought if anybody left, it would be one person leaves and two people stick together. And even then I feel like, oh my God, that can't happen. And then I was really like, we might all go in different directions right now.
Yeah.
And we just do, I guess, like mini episodes each, single.
That would be so fun.
So an hour each at the table.
Yeah. There was definitely like, it was weird because I had that as Taya. I was really like, what the fuck are we all going to do? Because like we were all so in different places, like, but then as Rosalind, I also, when you told me about like, oh, they've offered for me, I could go, they're going to up north or something, I was like, oh, you're gonna go? I was like, oh, just go then, like, you probably are gonna go then, like, for a second, and that was weird. And then Agatha ran off for like the second time in a day.
Yeah. Fucking wild.
Taya really tried to get the words out of her mouth to tell you what we were going into, and she just couldn't.
I saw you.
Yeah, I
hard.
could feel it, and I was. But the thing is, I was so deep in Rosalind brain. I was just like, I don't know what Taya's all about. And then I was like, you've been here, and I was like, what is this? I was really like, Rosalind is genuinely. I can't explain to you how baffled she is by where they are and what it is. But she's also just kind of accepting it blindly because like it's pretty. The people there are nice and polite, and it's decorated nicely. Like. And there's mirrors, and it like they're gonna give me clothes, and like oh my
it's
God.
a big house.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like she's so much more comfortable than anywhere we've been, like, you know, since we ran away. So she's actually kind of just, you know, the like discomfort and the I really don't have a clue what's going on is sort of balanced out by the but surface level this is way nicer and more normal and more my normal than like anything else. Yeah. She's so funny.
Favourite moment?
Or moments.
I really liked all the arguing. That was fun for me. I laughed a lot of times. You're all having serious moments, and I'm like, hee, this is fun.
What's it like for you, sorry, as DM, when you, like, when you don't have to do it? Because, you know what I mean, like, we didn't really do anything plotty this episode. We all kind of just had beefed with each other for a bit.
Yeah, it's great.
Is it fun for you?
I had some plot points that I was going to bring in if you met those requirements.
And we did not.
You did not?
Nope.
No. One. There was one that I did.
What was that?
But yeah, no, it's nice and easy. I just go with the flow, make stuff up as I'm going along, trying to remember what everyone sounds like. Yeah, just waiting for you to do your own things and reach the point where I'm like, yes, now this happens. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't, and it didn't. And some things happened in an order I was not expecting.
Yeah, like going to the brothel.
Yeah, I was not expecting you to go to the brothel.
Full house,
But
like
then
Mary Magdalene.
Yeah.
You cried.
Who?
You cried a lot in
yes.
this episode.
So I had one cry this week.
Yeah, that was...
But it counts for two because it was Agatha.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because, like, we cried
you cried multiple times.
Yeah, but I feel like
well.
Agatha's a bit of a crier anyway. definitely at home in a bedroom crying of loneliness.
Yeah, but like in the game, Agatha's been a bit more tough. But then
That's just me just not being able to cry on command, but I managed to like work myself up today.
I can't cry on command.
Yeah,
It
same.
just happens.
Rosalind just is what she's.
Oh no, I
is.
cried.
I cried a bit when you were talking to me.
I cried when I was talking to you.
Lol. All right, well done again, DM.
3 for free, great.
What were you gonna say before I started talking to Lyndon?
That's what I was going to
okay.
say. So your favourite moments were all the arguing.
Arguing, and my favourite moment was Agatha. All the way
Yeah.
through. All the way through.
Yeah, I agree.
What was your favourite moment or moments?
It was Agatha also.
Was
Just
it,
all the way.
was it taking heroin?
No,
Because that was my favourite moment was taking heroin. Oh, my favourite moment was offering you heroin, and these two spaces when I did it.
I can't remember if it was Thomas or Rose I said it to, but I was talking about like that I wanted to be back home. And
Thomas.
Was that Thomas? Yeah, and then I think that was my favourite because Agatha has like admitted to herself what
She misses her mummy, even.
Yeah.
does.
That's like a big
Weird.
step. It's not
Not
weird, though, is
weird,
it?
but it's really not.
Stockholm syndrome.
It's really not what I thought you were going to say.
What do you think I was going to
I
say?
don't know, but I just didn't think that it was going to be that. I've just realised that you've got white dots in your tattoo as well.
I do.
Which is really cute.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so... And actually just crying once. And, like, the fact that I got to hug Rose.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Sweet. Like, I actually, like, felt an embrace around me,
Yeah.
like, in that moment, which was...
It was really sweet how good everyone was with you, like all the sex workers, like they were really like something, this girl's like actually not okay, like what can we do, and like they were really like respectful and like took care of you, and like that was really nice because obviously the only other two people who know you and are there are us two who were like the reason you're having like problems at the minute. So yeah, that was really nice to see. Favorite moments.
I liked my arm wrestle because it went in my favour, and that means that I'm 2 for 2 in winning piercing contests against men. I liked Agatha, like the whole chase, you getting to, because I knew where you were going, like all of that, and us being like that was really fun.
I could feel your anxiety, like every step of the way, like...
I disliked that I couldn't think of anything on the fly to make it like a chase sequence to make it fun, because in my head it's like, well, obviously, and everyone says we'll all imagine like it's a grid of ways, and
like
everyone's
this.
going this way. Like, how do you turn that into a rolling thing? I'm like, I had to quickly give up with that. I'm like, yeah, footprints, sure.
I really liked part of our conversation because of things that it reminded Talia of. When I asked to tell you a story.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was a nice moment for me.
It was weird for me.
Sorry.
It's alright.
And I liked that we spoke a bit because we've had moments where we've like been on the same side, but we've never really spoken. So even though that kind of went badly, it was still it was like
it was needed.
It's good that it happened.
Yeah.
And now that I've calmed down a little bit, maybe we can sit down.
I think there's definitely between you two there's a lot more to say.
I like that Talia is now just like to everyone, balls in your court. I've done everything that I can do.
It's big character growth.
Yeah.
Like that, I think, was why this episode was really good. Huge character growth from both of you. Not from Rosalind, she can do what she wants, but like...
But also, like, now you do have the opportunity, which before I feel like we hadn't really given you.
I don't know. I think she's...
Whether she'll take it or not,
this is the thing. I think she's just slower.
Yeah.
Than Agatha and Talia. But yeah, it is interesting. But it's interesting because it's like she's slower and she's a lot more resistant to growth. But she's sort of being forced to be aware of that, if that makes sense. Like, at the minute, I think the big difference for Rosalind is really subtle. It's just that she's aware that it's sort of a choice. Like, I'm so aware now that I haven't read the journal. Like, because you have, and because I'm so, like, blah, 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 like, and that, I think, was what the moment when I was crying was actually when I was like, yeah, okay, like, I'm sorry, I can't actually read it. Like, you know, when Agatha was reading it. But yeah.
I feel like I violated Talia's, like, privacy.
She gave it to you.
She gave it to me, but I opened it. And part of me is like, I know, like...
You were looking for it!
That you opened it.
When I like, ran away when I was angry, and you were like, is the journal in the room?
Well, that's because I was like, oh, like, if Talia has entrusted Rosalind with the thing, why hasn't she entrusted me? I was just being a bit petty.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Favourite moment or moments?
I think all the ones that have been said, Agatha, the whole way through. This was like
This was really a good Agatha episode.
But also your arm wrestle, just because of the way the dice
the arm
were.
wrestle.
And just Madame Beatrice as a whole, NPC. I liked Madame Beatrice touching my face.
Oh yeah.
And
Madame Beatrice tried to kiss me.
I'm
She
jealous.
did.
And you rejected
I
her.
felt so bad.
Has anyone ever rejected Beatrice before?
Almost never.
I also, like all the big character stuff, but also then I think one of my favourite things was just Rosalind being clueless at the end, because it was fun. Like, so much of this episode, like, I just had so much anxiety and, like, horrible feelings in me as Rosalind. It was nice that at the end, like, I as a player, it was just kind of funny. Yeah.
I felt so guilty after rejecting Madame Beatrice.
Lol.
When she was like, it feels like the opposite of that. I was like...
Yeah, that was a comment.
Yeah. Well, at least she didn't murder you afterwards. She can handle rejection. She'll just cry about it. She would never. She handles rejection like a pro.
Yeah, she does not care.
No.
I was shocked that you rejected her. I thought...
I was shocked that I rejected her.
I was like, oh, you're wrapped around her finger. But now I'm like, well, okay, if someone else is instead.
Don't know what you mean.
We shall see.
Rosalind
that
likes the
countdown is
carpet,
ticking.
right?
Yes, she does.
It's just
Closing thoughts?
I like knickknacks.
Give a dog a bone. This old man
I
went
got
rolling
fish.
home.
Oh my god, you told the lady about your fish. That was
Yeah,
really
because I was
cute.
really drunk.
I like that. That was cute. I want to play again now is my closing thought.
Yeah, my closing thought is we should finish this talks and immediately go into our next game, but we're
Yes.
not allowed to. Mr. DM doesn't want to.
Also, I was just going to sleep.
Game for us?
No.
Closing thoughts?
Me and Aggie want to go off and take drugs, so we're busy. Closing thoughts. See you next time. That clock.
My closing thought is I'm excited we now live in a brothel.
Yeah.
I think
That
the game's
clock-
going to be really interesting now.
That clock is ticking.
I'm wondering who's going to tell you.
And how? How?
I think nobody will. I think it will be a visual learning experience.
Closing thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just tired. I had a good episode today,
Yeah.
and now I'm done.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can't wait to play again.
Same. And I love you, Mum Attack.
And I guess I should give you my journal to read.
Yeah.
So, there we go. Oh, maybe we should film
Film you for
you
Patreon, as well.
Go on then.
That would be interesting, the difference.
We should do that.
Bye!
Love you, bye!
Love you,
Submissive
bye!
and subscribable.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rainbow Dice Club.
We are an all-queer, narrative-driven actual play podcast.
Telling a collaborative story in a homebrew world using the basis of D&D 5e.
Emphasis on the homebrew.
An emphasis on the collaboration.
Absolutely, but before we get into that, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Ariana. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Alara Spindlespark, whose pronouns are also she, her.
My name is Dusty. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Ivy Nightbreeze Tinkerfay, whose pronouns are she, her.
My name is Wayra. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Varys, whose pronouns are he, they.
Now, you may be asking, where's the GM?
This is the collaboration part.
Indeed it is. See, because you've already met the GM.
It's all three of us.
Join us as we collaboratively weave this tale.
But let the dice inevitably decide our destiny.
Samsara.